Well, I've been saying I was going to do a turtle live stream, so here we go. And I've got echo because I've got it up on my computer too. In a few minutes I'll be working on getting this tank in a little bit better shape for the live stream tonight on Father Fish's site. Hey Nora, thanks for tuning in. I just got to get a couple of things finished up. Did a bank reconciliation today, which always feels good. We just want to get a couple of things finished and then we'll get started. Hey 3G! In a few minutes, I'm going to be working on getting this tank looking better for the live stream. I've got to do some pruning. I'll probably leave the mulm because that's where my food web likes to hide. Eventually, I'm going to remove some of it, but it's not going to be today. I'm not going to have time today, sadly. But I definitely need to get some of those mint plants pruned back. Hey, I know the feeling. Working and lurking. Yeah, I just got off work for today, so just got the last loose ends wrapped up. And Father Fish has been mentioning that I need to learn to do live streams. So I do live streams with him all the time, but I always get nervous when I do a live stream by myself, which is probably stupid, but he said the best way to get over that fear is to just do it. Don't be afraid and just realize it's like all your friends is going to be the ones that's tuning in watching. So just getting this live stream shared out. If you don't mind, you guys, please click that like button. And if you're on social media, please feel free to share it. Not sure how long I'll be online today with the live, because I'm going to have another live stream at 6 o'clock with Father Fish. But I figured while I'm doing a little bit of tank maintenance, I could do a live stream, talk to you guys, hang out a little bit, and just get this tank looking a little bit better. I mean, it already looks good, but it's kind of getting a little bit overgrown and shading out some of my other plants, which is not good. If anybody's ever had duckweed, yeah, mint is like the terrestrial version of duckweed. It will go everywhere. I mean everywhere. It will take over this tank if I don't trim it at least every 2 weeks. So I'm going to get in there, trim it up, and see if we can make it look a little bit better. It's probably going to look worse after I trim it, but hey, at least it's trimmed so that the other plants will thrive. Let's see what we got in the chat. Nora says, so last Sunday I was going to show my tank, but the link for StreamYard costs money. Is that the only way I can show my tank? Actually, that's really strange because it's not supposed to charge any money for you guys. Father Fish pays for StreamYard, and it's free for anybody to come and join the live stream through StreamYard. So I'll have to double check the link this time, because for me, whenever I clicked on the link to come in, I didn't have to pay anything. So not sure what went wrong there. That's strange. Well, I've got the live stream shared out, so I'm going to get started on trimming some of these plants. I really do love the mint plant, but you can tell my aluminum plant here is really kind of just struggling because I've got so much mint. You see, that's really strange, Nora, because it shouldn't have asked you for money any whatsoever. Because whenever I went and got on my husband's phone, which he's not connected to StreamYard at all, he's just like a normal viewer on live stream coming up. When I went and got his phone, it didn't ask him for any type of payment. So that is really bizarre. I've actually never had it happen where it asks for payment. At least not on the streamer side of it, where you guys are coming into the stream. Now, if you're one that's hosting the stream, oh yeah, it can run like anywhere from $44 to $56. Since I have so much mint, I'm not really going to worry about pruning it in any kind of particular way. I'm just going to remove some of it. There is certain ways you can prune it that'll actually make it branch out and grow more. But it's been a while since I've pruned it. Been super busy. Oh, that is cool. You guys have got to check this out. Look at the flowers. If I let those dry out, since they've already reached maturity, see how they've already started turning brown? That means I should have mint seeds in there. That's going to be cool. There's so much you can do with mint. It's actually supposed to be an insect repellent, a rodent repellent. And, well, I wouldn't recommend it out of your turtle tank, but if it's growing in your garden, it makes a wonderful tea. But don't do it out of the turtle tank, though. Don't make tea out of your turtle tank mint. That would not be recommended. And yeah, Nora, it's really weird that it wanted you to pay for it. That makes no sense to me. At least we're getting where we can see some of the aluminum plant. Yeah, it started shading out some of my other plants too. Hey, you can actually see my bog plants again. I have to pick this up where you guys can actually see it. You can actually see the bog. Shouldn't take me too long to get this trimmed up a little bit more. Let me get it where you guys can still see the turtles, which I think they're not out. Oh, she's over. Here's why. She's running from me. She knows I have scissors, and she's like, nope, not getting near you right now. Yeah, this aluminum plant, it's really starting to take off. But you can see how the mint, let me make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. You can see how the mint is really overtaking it. And that's because mint just grows so much faster than the aluminum plant. I mean, this really is terrestrial duckweed at this point. But it's still one of my favorite plants to have in a paludarium because it's pretty much no maintenance other than cutting it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to sit there and wait months and months and months like I have had to do with these for them to grow. As little as a month, you can have a nice, lush paludarium. And it's not poisonous to turtles because there are certain plants that you do not want in your paludarium if you've got turtles. Mine are still babies, so they're not really into eating vegetation yet. They're more into, well, bug bite pellets and snails. They will definitely eat some snails. But they're not really into eating plants yet. From what I've heard, once they reach about a year mark, they may start eating plants. So each plant that I put in this paludarium, I went through, researched it, made sure that it won't poison them. But I never would have thought of there being plants that turtles couldn't have. I mean, you expect it with dogs and cats. Like the pothos plant that I keep in my fish room, I know that that can be poisonous to dogs. So I only have it in this room, and I never let the dogs in here unless I'm with them. I always keep the door shut just to make sure that they're safe. So I honestly don't think my German Shepherd would eat it. The only vegetable he likes, really, I think it's broccoli. But only if Mom cooked it. That's the only way he'll eat it. Which I think is so funny. Probably because she put cheese on it, and, well, I haven't met a dog yet that doesn't like cheese. Oh, that's actually looking pretty good. It's probably going to make the tank look bare whenever I get done with it, but probably 2 weeks it'll be back. And I'll have more mints, because I also want to try making my own potpourri with it. There's several different projects that's DIY that I want to try with mint. I just got to get it to dry, and lately it's been so humid outside that, yeah, getting mint to dry outside has not been working. What I probably would end up doing is putting it in a dehydrator, and that'll probably just speed it up really quick if I do that. I've got one of those air fryers that can also be a dehydrator. Haven't really used the dehydration function on it a lot, other than that time that I made jerky. I made some pretty good jerky, but it was a little bit tough for me. Oh wow, that piece has gotten long. Can you guys see how long that is? I mean, it comes all the way up to here now. I mean, that is long. I can actually probably trim that and retransplant it. But first, to get all this mint out. I'm actually surprised I still have some duckweed left in this tank. I thought I got all the duckweed out. I'll trim it right there. I'm going to have a big pile of mint. It's looking a lot better, but I want these to stand up a little bit more. I need to prop them a little differently. Oh, that is definitely longer than it looks. Wow. See if I get it right in there. Might have to get some of the floral wire next time I go to the store and actually kind of do like a bonsai trick with these things. I need to get the rest of that mint out. See if I can get this to stand up. There we go. I think I got it. It's not looking too bad. And there's my little turtle boy, Squirtle. Finally figured out why he has trouble catching the pellets. I got looking at his eyes, and he's actually got a damaged eye, so his depth perception is just totally off. So, got some tweezers. I just pick a little pellet up, put it directly in his mouth. He can catch it that way. Because if not, the female, war turtle, she'll go bite him in the head and take the pellet out of his mouth. I literally have to separate these two whenever I go to feed them. But I know that's because, well, he's kind of got a little bit of bad eyesight. And this is the rest of the paludarium. Let me get this. I've got this on a tripod. Hey, straight out of Cornwall. Yep, we got turtles. And a whole bunch of mint. Because, yeah, I need to trim that down a little bit more before the live stream. It's probably going to make my tank look horrible. But give it 2 weeks. Mint is pretty much terrestrial duckweed. It will come back really fast. It has even more uses than duckweed does. Duckweed actually has enough uses that I still keep a couple of vats of it around. I don't have it that much of it in my main tanks that I can help. But I still keep it around. It's good for chickens. It's good if you have a really high nitrogen spike. You could throw that in there. Wouldn't have a problem. So it has its uses, but like everything, it's got positives and negatives. Let's see, where do I want to trim next? I'm thinking right there. Oh, this is already getting roots. Wow. Ha! That has got some pretty good roots on it. The mint started just rooting itself where it fell over. I need to put that in a little bucket of water, and I can put that in one of my outdoor tubs. Yeah, that'll work good. Throw the dry mint down there. I'll just throw this in one of my buckets for right now. Let's see. Let me check the comments real quick. Hey, thanks, Cornwall. Been working hard trying to get this tank looking good and the other ones. Fuji says, I have never had to pay to be on any live stream. Yes, same here. I'm not sure what happened with that link with Nora, because whenever I clicked on it with my husband's phone, it was free. I mean, Father Fish does have to pay for StreamYard, but it makes it free for the rest of us where we can come up. Ha! That's funny, Cornwall. Is the skull the remains of John? You never know, Cornwall. You never know. You're so crazy, man. I think I'm going to grab this mint out, too. The sad part is I've also got some mermaid plant in here. And the reason it's sad is I think it may have died out because the mint, I went a while without trimming it. And I think it may have overshadowed it and just killed it out. I need to get more in here around an aluminum plant because I really want to get that one where you can see it. I love how it's got different color variations. And when it gets larger, like this piece here, it has like a red hue to it. Now I love the mint just because of how fast it grows. But this is just regular peppermint, so it doesn't really have any coloration differences. I wanted to grow the chocolate peppermint, but that one is a little bit more finicky. And I actually transplanted some of it in here, but the regular peppermint, it killed that out fast. I mean fast. I think it may have lived 2 weeks. Let's see if I can get in here and get this part too. Oh wow, that's already starting to root into the substrate. And all this came from one single plant that I got from Walmart. Just one mint plant, washed it off, made sure all the fertilizer was off the roots, and then just started breaking it apart and transplanting it. And then I would take the cuttings and just make more plants. This tank's gonna look butchered when I get done with it probably. But hey, it'll cover back stronger, so sometimes you have to do a little bit of destruction for things to come back better. I'm looking to see if I've got any of the mermaid plant left. Maybe. Actually, that might be a piece in the back of the mermaid plant. I don't know. Just gonna grab this. See what all of this is in here. Other than mint leaves that I have dropped. I don't know if I want to mess with this anymore or not. I might trim it back a little bit. Mainly just grab some of these leaves that fell in here. Which the good thing is this isn't going to hurt the turtles. Mint is one of those things that isn't harmful for them. And actually it helps keep pests out of the tank. Not water aphids because that's impossible. They're just going to be there. But some of the other negative things it can keep out. And I just love the smell of mint. This tank smells so good when you're messing with the mint. Because every time you touch it, it just releases more of that good mint smell. Oh, I got another piece that's starting to root. Let's see if I can show you guys this. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. That was just setting in the water, rooted on its own. Didn't have to put it in the substrate. It just rooted straight in the water. See if I can get this part flipped. Some of this toward the bottom is really laggy because it hasn't really had enough light exposure. That's the only problem when you let it grow really super wild is it's going to battle against itself. It's going to have where the ones toward the bottom, the smaller ones, are going to be laggy because they don't have enough light. Oh, I can cut this one all the way down to here. Got another rooted one. That will definitely go outside into my bucket pond. How hot has it been in you guys' areas? Because here in Florida, it's been pretty hot, even for us. I think the feels like temperature today was close to 105. So much easier to use these tweezers than I don't have to tiptoe. Let me check the comments real quick. And yeah, Cornwall, that tank is definitely bursting with life. There is a lot of different plants in there. Yes, Victor C, I have a waterfall. This actually doubles as a filter. I wanted to build my own waterfall. I have not had good luck with that because I had it all built where I could use it. Then This tank, I can't fill it up to the level that is needed for the waterfall because I built it too large. The pump mechanism, way too large. I have to have at least 10 inches of water. And this tank, since it's already had problems with having a bowed front, and it's not a bowed front tank, yeah, it's best for me to keep the water level under 10 inches. Because it was going to be where the water level was going to be right about here, and then have a really cool waterfall that actually come up from the top. I actually built something pretty cool with some aquarium foam, but had to totally change directions because this tank, it almost had a catastrophic malfunction. Yeah, Cornwall, I finally made it to 1K subscribers. Just got to build my watch hours, and then I'll have the first level of monetization because YouTube always likes to throw a wrench in things. Always. So they now have 2 tiers of monetization. The first tier, it makes it where you can have like super chats, memberships, and where I can actually link the merch shop that I've been working on for my YouTube channel. The second tier is where you can do ads and something else. I forgot what else. Sadly, Cornwall, I don't know what 24 degrees Celsius would be. I'm guessing that's around 80. If it's around 80, that actually sounds nice. Wow, Nora, you actually have 61 degree temperatures. You are lucky. Burning 99 degrees and feels like 110, right? Man, that is hot, especially for you guys in Maryland. You guys aren't used to those temperatures. Right, Cornwall? Actually, whenever I read the comment, there's a waterfall, I'm like, that's the song I had in my head, is Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. Yeah, it's best to stick to the filters that you're used to. And what I planned on was a giant sponge filter in here, but can't have the water level that high, sadly. Oh, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. That sounds so good. Oh, Nora, I bet you do love living there after living in Texas. I bet it's a big temperature difference. I mean, a big temperature difference. Yeah, I've only ever lived in northeast Florida, so I've always had it where it's pretty hot. Got a little bit more than that. Hopefully this isn't going to look too bad for the live stream tonight. Hopefully. Oh, this has gotten so laggy. Got another piece that branched off and has a root. Yeah, I've never really had good luck with getting mint to grow outside because the second it gets August, it's going to die out for me outside. It just gets, I think it gets too hot for it. And you have to have a really good place that stays with really, you need to have it under a faucet that leaks in Florida to make this stuff survive through the summer. But it grows like crazy in my fish tank. And yeah, what I thought was mermaid plant, it's not. So yeah, my mermaid plants died out. I was kind of worried that this might outgrow it, and it looks like it did, but hey, the mint looks pretty cool. Not sure if I should trim more of this or just let it be. I think I might let it be. Oh, that rooted nice. Yeah, I can't rip that with my nails. Eventually, I probably need to get a step stool where I can work on this tank the right way. I'm going to take that out too. That's got some roots on it. Maybe if I put these outdoors in my bucket pond in the shade, maybe it can just grow out the top of it and still, you know, look nice. Now, to get that monster. It'll make it where we can actually see the waterfall. Let me check the comments real quick. Cornwall, that's pretty cool. Where you live, it's mild all year round. It rarely freezes and rarely hits 80 degrees. Wow. Okay, you're lucky. That sounds like heaven. Thanks, Nora. Trying to make it look good, but kind of having a tiptoe to get in this tank. Maybe I need longer scissors or something. Oh, that needs to be cleaned. 1 second, guys. I hate the sound of this thing, but it works. It still sounds better than taking the glass scraper, you know, the bladed one. I hate that sound. I want it where you guys can actually see what I'm doing. That's the only thing I don't like about the waterfall is we have really hard water where I live, and that calcium buildup always gets on the glass. And I'm thinking it's due to hard water. It could be also that we're on well water. Don't know. Let me find my paper towels real quick and I'll try that. There we go. It's looking a little bit better. I may end up having to get the scraper a hold of this instead of just the algae magnet. It's been a while since I've done that. I just hate the sound of it. I usually wear my earbuds when I do it. Because it sounds like, to me, it sounds like nails on a chalkboard. Alright. Let me check and see if that made it look any clearer. It did a little bit. Yeah, see, I kind of like it looking overgrown too. But I've only got one problem. I can let it grow to a certain point until it starts touching the light. Because that light gets super hot. So probably going to only trim this back just a little bit. I don't want to do too much with it. Oh, wow, that is cool. You guys have got to see how thick this is. Let me put my scissors somewhere. And this has really overgrown hardcore. Can you guys see how hardcore that's overgrown? See if I can get this stabilized a little bit. There we go. If you look down in here, you can see you can't even see the bottom of the tank at this point. Yeah, it is like a jungle, Cornwall. It is definitely like a jungle. Now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head now. The bad part is I can't even think of the name of the song. I'm just gonna trim through there. It's not gonna look the best, but it's not gonna look the worst either. Oh, this peppermint smells so good when you cut it. And anytime you trim peppermint, just so you guys know, if you put the clippings in a glass of water, I don't anymore because I have so much of it, you can actually propagate it. And you'll be surprised, off of one peppermint plant, you'll end up with enough peppermint that you won't know what to do with. So like right now, I've already got a nice stack of peppermint that I'm going to try to dry out. I saw on YouTube where you can make potpourri with it. You can actually make your own natural incense with it. And you can also grind it up into a powder and sprinkle it around for like rodent repellent, insect repellent in the garden. May have to make videos after I try all that out and test it out and see if it works. And then I can tell everybody, hey, it either works or this is bogus. Wow, that has nice roots. Check out the roots on that. These that are rooted, I am going to try to propagate them outside. I'm not going to throw them away because I hate throwing away plants. I want plants that, you know, I can actually use. I'll put this one back down in the water because it's just going to take up any extra nitrogen from the turtles. And also something important to note whenever you're working in a reptile tank always wash your hands before touching your eyes, your mouth, because you can get sick from it. I can't remember what it is that they carry. They carry something that makes you sick, and I just can't remember the name of it. See how this looks now. What do you guys think? Do you think it's done for today? Let me find some hand sanitizer real quick. I'm going to check out the comments. Let's see, Cornwall said, does peppermint ward off vampires? Asking for a friend. No, if it just makes their breath nice and minty fresh when they bite you, Cornwall. Thanks, Cornwall. And I'm trying to make it look good. Victor C, thank you. Yes, salmonella. Yep, that's what I was thinking of. And yeah, I heard about that, and I'm glad that a friend told me about that, because I thought it would be safe. And this is going to sound really gross now that I understand salmonella. But I was actually going to make tea out of my fresh peppermint grew from my turtle tank. Because I'm like, the turtles never touch it. It never touches anything. And I was talking to a friend about it, and he said, yeah, you shouldn't do that, because if any water splashes up on it, you can get salmonella. And yeah, I don't want to catch salmonella. I'm good. I will grow my mint for making tea in a separate container and not pick it out of the turtle tank. I think that one looks pretty good for now. I could do a couple of trimmings on the aluminum plant, maybe transplant it a little bit. But it's not going to look as good for live stream if I do that. Oh, I got to show you guys this. Everybody's talking about, putting sweet potatoes in their fish tanks. And I don't know, I haven't tried putting a sweet potato in there, but I made sweet potato slips, which is just the little vines that grow off of sweet potatoes. And I planted one of those in my turtle tank to see what it would do. And it actually has done pretty well. The longer part that doesn't get as much light, which is way up here over my other tanks, it kind of looks rough. It's starting to kind of get sickly. But it diverted all the energy of the plant into this right here. So this is going to be the new area that's going to grow. Yeah, you see me. Let me get it where you guys can actually see the turtles. Yeah, I know you want to bite me. You can't reach me though, buddy. I'll get you a pellet. That's the one that has eye damage. I was feeding him snails because I thought he was just being a picky eater and wouldn't eat anything but snails. But then I got to looking really close at his eye, and it's because he has such bad depth perception that he can't catch these with the water fly. Come on, okay. Come on. You almost got it. There you go. Yeah, my little turtles are pretty bitey. I like to call them my little piranhas, because that seems to be what they kind of aspire to be sometimes. I need to get some of this algae off of here. They keep eating my cleanup crew, which drives me nuts, because I want to have a nice cleanup crew in there. But I even threw pond snails in there, thinking, okay, pond snails, they shouldn't eat those. Nope. And it doesn't matter what snails I put in there. There's no point in putting live snails in there unless you're doing it for food. I need to get in here and do what my husband calls vacuum my tank, get some of that mold out. But I'm hoping that my boogie worms that I put in there and my scuds are hopefully hiding in that. Because when I first made the tank, before I put the turtles in there, I had a nice food web built with scuds, daphnia, boogie worms, even planaria, some hydra. I mean, I just added enough in there of different things because I didn't know really what I was going to put in the tank. And after I put the turtles in there, yeah, there's no hydra, no planaria. Every now and then I see the scuds, and I think they're hiding in the mold, because these little guys will go crazy over them. They seem to just eat everything. And And I swear they're not that hungry. I feed these guys every day just a little bit. Usually 2 to 3 pellets a piece. And even whenever I was feeding 4 pellets a day, they still would go after the food web. They would prefer that over anything else. I think that looks pretty all right. You guys want to see some guppies? Oh, now straight out of Cornwall, that would be cool to grow strawberries in the tank. That would be awesome. That is something I really want to try because it always gets so hot in the summer that it kills out my strawberries. And there's some guppies, guys. Yeah, that's the ones I got from NC Plecos. These are, I can't decide which is my favorite. I've got 3 different strains. And I'm really thinking that the glass belly and the yellow metal lace is my 2 favorites. The ribbon guppies, I haven't seen them in a while. They're in the green water tank because she was super pregnant. So I haven't seen them come to the glass in a while, but it's so green that, I mean, come on, they're lost in there somewhere. Somewhere. Have you seen 14 karat gold guppies? They are amazing. I have not seen them in person, Cornwall, sadly. I have seen them on YouTube, and at first I thought they were AI. Until I asked Father Fish, I'm like, these have got to be AI. Because they just look unreal. They're so beautiful. I mean, so beautiful. And it's really amazing what they've been doing lately with the different strains of guppies over the last 10 years. Because guppies don't even look, they don't look like my granny's guppies. Because my granny, she kept guppies. And her guppies looked more of what an Endler guppy hybrid would look like. And she always swore they was guppies. But they definitely don't look like modern day guppies at all. And actually, I'll give you guys a little tour real quick.